Previously.
It would be a really dick move of me to end the episode here.
So it continues.
And that's why we continue with the next episode. Oh my god. I hope that the timing was perfect there. No, we're gonna definitely continue. The room had been completely transformed. What the hell? I'm just gonna save over that, because there was nothing I think I could have done there differently, so. There's a keychain on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's the sheath of the replica sword. The sword itself has been removed. More importantly, where is Sayaka? I mean, I think it's rather obvious, but... This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's been taken out of its sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? There's like... There are slashes and gouges on the wall and the floor. More importantly, where's Sayaka? What is... display? There's quite a lot that can be observed. Are even the bed sheets slashed? The bed's been damaged too. I'd better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. Pink blood. I've seen some shit in my lifetime. This comes surprisingly close. I mean, I think it's just for censor reasons that it's pink, but... or purple. Can't tell. Freaking color blindness. God damn, that's... quite a gruesome image. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then... And then... Are those like numbers there, or... Is that like... up... backwards, upside down L? And E? Everything went black. Deadly life.
Danganronpa.
Oh my god. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You're awake, finally. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well.
It's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream. What I saw was real? Now, more than anything, I'm annoyed that I threw so many gifts at her. No, that is really kind of a horrible way to think about that. God damn. That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body, and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is... You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. I have to see for myself.
What?
Listen to us,
What?
man. What do you think is gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at that time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without a reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. That makes sense. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious. He's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong!
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purposes of your school life here.
listen up!
I'm famous at safari parks through the world for following the bear times one rule.
But,
Then who did it? Who killed her?
come on!
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. I'm just kind of being glazing out over here because there's just so much to go through now, huh? One of us killed Sayaka. Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
Hmm? What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a gatling. That's extremely specific, okay? Don't you remember what I told you when this all began?
Yahoo!
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying, I'm telling you. He killed her.
Wrong!
Nope. Sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone. This is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's cause... naive, you're just so naive. You think it's really that easy, you can just kill someone and waltz on out of here.
Hey!
You're super
Come on
naive,
now.
devilishly naive, hellishly naive. No, the real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then!
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rules regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
Are you referring to the to rule number 6 of the school regulations? Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are... If you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you're talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo, it's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
yahoo!
So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yup, it'll all begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. They and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate, a showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote.
Oh my god. Literal democratic hanging.
If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it. Well...
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Well, to put it simply, it's execution. I mean, I suppose that voice clip does, just... that is completely justified reaction. And by execution you mean...
Execution is... execution. Execution! Electric chair! Bzz, bzz, poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
So, to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die, but if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well done!
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type of thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Wait, hold on a second.
The hell are you talking about?
You're freaking insane, you know that.
Huh?
What the?
A class trial, what the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What? Are you saying you're not gonna participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you talking about?
What? Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be a part of this.
I don't believe it!
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. That is so perverted. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... Okay, I do like that little censoring there.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed! You violated a school regulation! I invoke the mighty summon spell! Help! To me, godly spear Gunyear!
This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
Well, that was sick. That was pretty fucking insane. What the? I don't... this can't be real.
Well now.
Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. Now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Yunko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears, and an unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She'd died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. She just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die you didn't really die. I mean, honestly, I'm just shocked that... Like, Sayaka's murder was actually kind of like to be expected, that somebody like the first one, it was only about a matter of time before someone would die, but like that, I was not expecting that. Jeez. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Or are you meaning being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time?
Damn it!
Come on, what do you take me for? I'm a Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened.
Ta-da!
This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
The Monokuma file!
I mean, naturally you guys aren't expert at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then...
So then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial now, could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. Somehow comforting.
Well?
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that had gotten to her.
Hey.
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
In other words...
Cooperation is at absolute key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the disease certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible!
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. God damn, it's freaking intense as hell. I do love investigative games at the very least, so this'll be rather interesting. Like, I've been honestly entranced with the Ace Attorney series for quite a while, but I've never played any one of them, so this'll be a pretty good prelude to that. It's really quite interesting, I must say. Oh boy. Let's save. Oh, there's only two. Apparently these two things that I was able to get out of her. And that sounds really awful to say it like that. Melodious voice. And one. Okay. Unlucky student. Oh, freaking god, Okay. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Huh? Hold on. Well, that's some shock. Just wait a second. She's dead, then that means...
What?
That means everything that's happened so far is real. It's not a joke or whatever. It's really real.
Let me out of here!
Hell no. Someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that. Right, he was in denial this whole time. This must be quite the shock. I mean, I suppose technically speaking it could be just very, very, very good makeup, but like, god damn. Yo.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
what?
Huh? What the hell? Why the hell
Stop
not?
talking.
I mean, yeah, like, it's obvious that if he was the culprit, he would just destroy the evidence right out of the blue there. So put two people on guard. Isn't it obvious? You were the culprit. If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. But fuck you!
So then,
Fine then. I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them with their stats they're totally up. You... Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Yeah. We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is.
oh,
So you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Noticed what? I was looking through Monokuma file we received. I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Go ahead and take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. Also, we're going to be the prime suspect for the first case. That is most interesting. She's right. Could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned on to me. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it.
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
so...
well, do I really have to say any more?
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized.
Yo,
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I'd better head to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right.
hey, damn it.
Now let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is right here, right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
You're fucking dead.
well, that's pretty cool. They're fucking dead. They'd better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and gave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
so,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is
It
very
was
suspicious.
you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Man, I really do like the art style. That's really freaking... Yeah. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check, just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something, otherwise everyone will...
Execution is electric chair.
Everyone will
Poison
die.
gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 AM. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we all can survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma File 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Truth Bullets. Alrighty, but this is a good place for me to stop recording for now. That Truth Bullet thing seems really kind of interesting though. So yes, I will stop the recording here for this session. Boy, after this recording session it's really hard to explain how much interest I have in the game right now, because it's really freaking cool, and as you can hear from my kind of quieter voice, I unfortunately had to stop recording now because of it's nighttime, so I can't really keep making noises. But god damn, it's interesting. It's really just... Okay, so the main thing that makes it so good is the music, because the soundtrack, absolutely fantastically used. It really does make the scenes feel so much better, and they really complement the mood of the scenes so freaking well. And not to mention the sprite work. Just the general artwork of the game is just absolutely fantastic. It's honestly quite beautiful, I'd say. And that's not a statement I easily make. It really looks fantastic. Especially when the characters get far more emotional than normal. The expressions are very well exaggerated to the point where they don't look too unrealistic, all things considered. But they do look very, very expressive, and they display those emotions really well. Even if exaggerated, it's better to exaggerate the emotions than not show emotions at all. And except in this case of Sayaka at one point when she had no emotions and her face was rather neutral, and that was really well done as well. Of course, the movement system itself, while it is a bit unrealistic to be able to teleport like that, it still gives good immersion that you are able to pick your moment when, like, it does have a really good sense of immersion to it, although I have to read so much text, but the game does give you a good sense of immersion to this whole thing, and because of your agency behind all of the free movement and daytime. And that's really freaking good, because you get a lot of choice. It makes you all the more like connect to the game, and that's pretty freaking awesome. At least these are my personal opinions. It's just absolutely fantastic. But that's the ending for this episode, and it is the end recording session. Absolutely love the game. It's really freaking fantastic so far, and now I just have to see how the trial section is held, because if the trials if the trials do not hold up, it's just a visual novel with a really beautiful coat of paint, and in that case, it would be really, really fantastic, like far better than a lot of visual novels, and it would be definitely worth it. And the story is certainly worth going through, and the characters might be rather caricatures, but their exaggerated emotions or their exaggerated characteristics do a really good job at conveying the story in the way that they want, and they really do a good job of both breaking the mold with the story and playing into the tropes, especially so that they can break them few moments later. That's really good. And it is actually kind of like slightly disturbing at moments, especially the murder scenes. Those were graphic, to say the least. But yes, I'm really thrilled to continue this, and I hope you are as well, and I hope my minor, moderate, really poor voice acting isn't drawing you out of the experience. As you noticed, I am trying to tune it down on the moments where the gameplay is where the story gets far more serious. I'm not gonna even try to ruin it with my voice acting. That's all. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Have a good day, and can move out. Thank you.